Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel T-Spot. In this video, George S.R. and young Sheldon Season 6 may make the character more likely. It also makes the inevitable storyline progression of the Big Bang Theory spin-off worse. Young Sheldon as a spin-off of the Big Bang Theory has written itself into a corner when it comes to Sheldon's father, George S.R. Sheldon's father was portrayed in the Big Bang Theory as a drunken philanderer by his son and widow, leading viewers to believe he was a fundamentally flawed, self-centered individual. Young Sheldon, on the other hand, made the Big Bang Theory's saddest narrative even more heartbreaking by continually demonstrating that Sheldon had every right to privately look up to his father. George S.R. went over and beyond to serve people during young Sheldon Season 6, making his portrayal in the Big Bang Theory odd and dissonant. George S.R. even allowed Pastor Rob to lead his team in prayer during a game in young Sheldon Season 6, Episode 9, College Dropouts, and the Medford Miracle, as a favor to Coach Wilkin, a buddy who George had previously volunteered to help earlier in Season 6, making George S.R. almost too good. George S.R. was never the bad guy that Mary and Sheldon implied he was in the Big Bang Theory. But both of those characters were prone to exaggeration and very self-centered. As a result, young Sheldon did not need to change the canon of the Big Bang Theory in order for Sheldon and Mary to disparage George S.R. while extolling his virtues. However, in Season 6, the gap between the persona represented in the Big Bang Theory and the one depicted in young Sheldon grew more difficult to ignore. In young Sheldon Season 6 Episode 6, An Ugly Car, An Affair and Some Kick-Ass Football, George S.R. took in Coach Wilkins after his marriage fell apart, despite the fact that Wilkins was George S.R.'s replacement as the high school football coach. After he was sacked, George S.R. even refused to return to his former work unless the principal also pledged to assist Wilkins in regaining his footing by sharing the task between them. This type of generosity makes George S.R.'s imminent young Sheldon death worse, and this dilemma was amplified when College Dropouts and the Medford Miracles saw Wilkins bring Pastor Rob out during a football game. Mary's Big Bang Theory plot suffers as a result of George S.R.'s advancement. While Mary and Pastor Rob's affair did not end, Mary considered cheating on George S.R. with the young pastor, and as a result, George S.R. dislikes the preacher. That is not the only reason Sheldon's father would object to Pastor Rob's appearance at his son's football game. When Pastor Jeff realized that Georgie had gotten Mandy pregnant, the church dismissed Mary, and while Pastor Rob did not initiate this choice, he also did not prevent it from happening. The church's young Sheldon Season 6 is true antagonist. Therefore, George S.R.'s dismay at witnessing Pastor Rob at work is understandable. While Wilkins may not have intended any damage by inviting Pastor Rob along, this narrative makes one of Mary's anecdotes from the Big Bang Theory more difficult to stomach. Viewers are aware that Mary returns to the church with a fury after being practically expelled by Pastor Jeff due to the Bible-bashing version of the character portrayed in the previous season. Mary's ultimate dependency on the system that damaged their shared life becomes a full-fledged tragedy because George S.R. had to put on a brave front and let Pastor Rob into his employment. Pastor Rob's presence in young Sheldon Season the 6 may make the George S.R. plot more appealing. If Pastor Rob petitioned for Mary's forgiveness and acceptance back into the church, it might explain why she forgave the institution for leaving her in her hour of need. This might also make George S.R. more jealous and possessive, leading to his affair and proving that the character is not as angelic as he appears in young Sheldon Season 6 thus far. While young Sheldon may not follow this scenario exactly, the Big Bang Theory spinoff must find a way to make George S.R. less unimpeachable before his death. Thank you for watching. Let us know what you think in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the video. Thank you for watching. See you soon.